In a reimagined world where giant Arctic snowy owls 1,000 times the size of humans suddenly emerged from the icy depths, chaos unfolded. These colossal predators, with wings spanning over a mile, descended upon the earth with terrifying agility and power. The skies darkened as thousands of these monstrous owls soared, casting ominous shadows over cities and forests alike. Their piercing, glowing eyes scanned the landscape for prey, instilling instant panic among the human populations. Societies scrambled to mobilize their defenses, but traditional weapons proved utterly useless against these enormous flying beasts. In mere weeks, entire civilizations faced apocalyptic destruction as the owls tore through infrastructure with ease. Major cities like New York, Beijing, and London suffered catastrophic damage, with skyscrapers shattered and streets buried under debris. The death toll soared into the millions as hospitals overwhelmed with victims and the chaos unraveled social order. Governments declared states of emergency, but their efforts to combat the giant owls failed dramatically. Drone swarms and military aircraft were decimated before they could even reach the flying behemoths. Fighting these creatures seemed futile. No human-made weaponry could pierce their thick, icy feathers and reinforced claws. Amidst the destruction, some scientists speculated that the owls were a result of climate change, accelerated by unforeseen ecological shifts. Others feared they were an unnatural result of genetic experiments gone wrong, unleashed on the world as a form of biological terror. As the death toll climbed, humanity's hope waned and many retreated to underground bunkers hoping to survive. Despite the overwhelming odds, pockets of resistance formed, using the terrain to their advantage, hiding in forests and mountains. A few brave groups attempted to develop new weapons using sound waves and electromagnetic pulses, but progress was slow and uncertain. Meanwhile, the giant owls adapted quickly, their intelligence seemingly heightened by their colossal size and predatory instincts. They hunted in packs, coordinated attacks on human settlements, and seemed almost intelligent in their hunting strategies. The world's environment was heavily impacted. Forests were torn apart, lakes drained, and the air thick with ash and debris. The oceans were not spared. Colossal owls swooped down from the clouds, disrupting marine life and coastal communities. Despite the destruction, some humans began to wonder, could there be a way to turn the tide in this surreal war? Some theorized niching down to biological warfare, but ethical debates and resource constraints hindered such efforts. Meanwhile, stories of miraculous escapes and heroic sacrifices emerged across social media, going viral worldwide. Images of fiery battle scenes, desperate defenses, and the sheer scale of devastation spread like wildfire. News outlets struggled to keep up with the rapidly evolving crisis, their footage viewed by billions across the globe. In shelters and safe zones, survivors shared stories of loss, resilience, and hope amidst the shadows of destruction. Religious and spiritual leaders called for unity and prayer, believing the world was facing a divine test. Some scientists speculated that the owl's appearance was a sign of environmental imbalance, urging urgent climate action. Amidst the chaos, conspiracy theories bloomed, suggesting the giants were a government experiment or an alien invasion. Despite the despair, a few visionary engineers proposed creative solutions like giant net traps and thermal barriers. The global community's resilience was tested like never before. Humanity had to adapt or face extinction. Eventually, small groups launched coordinated strikes using heavy artillery, hoping to exhaust the owls' energy supplies. In a surprising turn, some of the giant owls appeared to retreat temporarily, giving humans a glimmer of hope. Scientists believed this was a strategic pause, likely to regroup and hunt again when the opportunity arose. The damage to civilization was profound. Millions dead, countless cities in ruins, economies shattered beyond repair. However, in the face of devastation, underground resistance movements grew stronger, planning a future comeback. Humans learned tough lessons about environmental stewardship and the dangers of unchecked ecological meddling. They realized that coexisting with nature required humility and respect, now more than ever. As the dust settled temporarily, humanity began rebuilding, hoping to learn from this horrifying ordeal. The war against the 1,000x-sized snowy owls had changed the world forever, leaving scars but igniting a resilience. In the end, who would win in this surreal war? The giants or humans? It largely depended on ingenuity, adaptability, and unity. Many believe that humans, with their ability to innovate and collaborate, could eventually reclaim their world from the monstrous predators.